I feel like this is one of my better angles. I think I should film from this angle pretty much always. Also, I dyed my hair last night, and as you can see, it's like real red up top. And then it gets like real brownish, like didn't pick up the dye whatsoever. And then it's like fire engine right at the tips. So this was a fantastic dye job. Gotta say, one of my better ones. But as you can see in the title, I feel weird saying cosplaying because she's like a real human being, but I'm dressing up as Chappell Roan for Halloween. But also, I am about to give an informative speech on who Chappell Roan is, how she rose to fame, and general like backstory stuff. And I know I'm gonna get some questions. I did get a wig for this, and it was terrible. It was a truly atrocious wig. So I'm gonna be just curling my hair, and I did attempt to dye it, and that's what this horrible dye job's about. But since the wig's not working, I'm literally just curling my hair, and then at least I can somewhat resemble Chappell. The thing about my school that you need to understand, and why I'm giving an informative speech on Chappell Roan, is that I am going to school in Utah, which means that every single person here is more than likely to be straight, of one particular religion, and similarly minded and raised to everybody else. I tend to walk into Utah or Idaho areas, and people tend to be scared of me, which is hilarious, I think, because I don't think I'm scary at all. I'm a beyond basic fangirl of nerdiness, and I don't know, I like reading. Truly horrifying. And then I'll remember that I do sometimes say unconventional things that they're not ready for. I tend to upset the norm when I am given space to talk here in Utah, and people don't tend to like that very much. So, naturally, I'm gonna give my speech on a queer artist, and I will be talking about her sexuality and about my sexuality and what it means to be a queer artist who finally is able to go mainstream. It'll be fine though, because no matter what, this is the speech I'm giving, and I am doing it fully dressed up as Chappell Roan. Specifically this Chappell Roan. I know I'm just curling my hair, and that's kind of boring, and you don't really know where I'm going with this, so here's a plan for this video. I am going to show you how you too can dress up as Chappell Roan. We're gonna do my hair and makeup. I already have the full outfit, and the full outfit is purchased because I am this thing that's super cool called burnt out and stupid busy. This week is homecoming week for my school, and this means that I am beyond overwhelmed. So I figured I would just purchase all the necessary pieces to do a Chappell Roan outfit, and then we can just do my hair and makeup together. So it's a little bit different than crafting, but it kind of falls within the same lines. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. So let me just real quick finish curling my hair, and then we'll start talking about makeup. Okay, now that my hair is done, we're just gonna tie it back and clip back my bangs and start doing my makeup. I'm going to Boston to go visit a friend, and I'm so freaking excited. I need to get out of this gosh darn lovely city. I just need to get out of Utah. I miss being literally anywhere else. So, the time has come for me to leave Utah for a little bit. There is so much to do here with the outdoors, and I mean, there's mountains everywhere you look. It's just a very, very beautiful spot to be. However, when you don't fit in Utah, you stick out. Anyways, back to makeup. This is my foundation, and I know I just put a ton of it on, but the thing is about Chappell Roan is that she has an iconically super pale face, but it's not quite white. Looking at the pictures, it's just like super pale with a little, but it's not perfectly white. So I grabbed the palest foundation that they sold at Walmart, and that's what we're rocking with. I'm not going to replicate the makeup from this Chappell Roan, frankly, because I just feel like mixing and matching. So we're instead gonna use this reference picture for makeup. I know she's got some gems. We're not gonna be doing that because I don't have any. But like for $6, this is a pigmented palette. So we're starting off with this like lighter shade, and now we're gonna go in with a bit of a darker shade. Just for like the outer corner. Are we sufficiently pink pony clubbed? I don't actually know how to do a proper cut crease. Can I just say that? Okay, next up, we have some false lashes to put on. You see the vision? And that's the makeup. So from here, what you and I are gonna do is I'm gonna show you my presentation. I'm super excited about it. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put on my outfit. Here's the full fit. Hi. I feel a little bit like a little Bo Peep without the dress on, but here she is. And it's kind of cute, it's kind of a slay. Anyways, let's get started into my presentation. Now, pretend that you are my class and I am myself, okay? Does everybody have their roles ready? Let's go. I'd like to start off this presentation with a little bit of a friendly competition between Chappell Roan and I of who wore it better. On the count of 3, you're gonna be raising your hand and placing your votes. Are you guys ready? 1, 2. Just kidding. We're not actually here to compare women. We're here to celebrate them. Well, one in particular. Chappell Roan is known for her catchy songs, fiery personality, and her drag persona, Chappell Roan. We will not be using the artist's legal name in this presentation because she's expressed that she only wants to be known as Chappell Roan. Now, as a bisexual woman, I love Roan's music because she mostly sings about queer relationships, and that's something that I can relate to. But the great thing about Chappell Roan's music is that her music is for everyone, because anyone can relate to the feeling of wanting someone to notice you or being excited to kiss someone for the first time. There's a little something in her music for everyone. Now during this presentation, we're going to be talking about who Chappell Roan is, how she rose to fame, and how her sexuality impacts mainstream music culture. Let's start by talking about who Chappell Roan is. According to News Leader, she's a singer from Willard, Missouri. She started singing and writing songs when she was pretty young, but she released her song Die Young onto YouTube when she was a teenager, and Atlantic Records picked her up basically right away. In 2017, she released an EP called School Nights, and it did not do great. And then in 2020, she released Pink Pony Club, which was a single that she wrote after visiting a gay bar for the first time, and it also did not go fantastic. And Atlantic Records ended up dropping her. She moved back to Missouri, but kept working on her music. A couple of years went by, and she got signed by Island Records, and that is where she wrote The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, which came out in 2023. It took a few months, but since the album's release, she's become an international pop star. So now that we kind of know who she is, let's talk about how she rose to fame.
She started to gain a cult following while she was opening for the Guts tour. And people really liked her spunky personality, crazy outfits, and catchy songs. Several of her songs started to become hits on TikTok, and she started to go viral. She left the Guts tour in order to go perform at Coachella, where she released her newest single, Good Luck Babe, which went instantly viral with her iconic performance. People all over TikTok were suddenly singing and dancing to it regardless of their sexualities. Suddenly, straight people were singing about being in a queer relationship, and everyone just accepted it. It was accepted that singing the song didn't mean anything about your sexuality, and then all of a sudden, all of her upbeat queer songs started to go viral. She's currently on a world tour for the Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, but she took a quick break to perform at the VMAs, where she won the Best New Artist of 2024. So now that we know how she rose to fame, let's talk about how her queer music has changed mainstream culture. Chappell Roan was never hoping to be mainstream. She actually was really hoping to be popular in just the queer community, and she is now one of the most streamed artists of 2024. Her songs center on queer relationships, but they aren't treated as vulgar as most queer artists are. Her music is instead viewed as fun and playful. I actually heard one of her songs, Hot to Go, a couple weeks ago playing here at SUU at one of our events, and that's the first time I've ever heard an openly queer song played here at SUU. She has opened up a dialogue on what it is to be a queer kid from the Midwest, and how she and other queer artists deserve to be recognized for their artistry. According to Guardian, Chappell Roan's goal is to say that there is nothing to fear from the queer community and that we deserve to have fun just like everyone else. So let's review. Chappell Roan's a queer artist who exploded into stardom in the past year. She's opened up the conversation about queer artistry, and mainstream media is now celebrating being queer through her music. Chappell Roan has shown many people that being queer is a good thing, and we have just as much right to celebrate our love as anyone else. Thanks, guys.
Okay guys, so the presentation is supposed to be 4 to 6 minutes, and that's why it was so short. Also, I am majorly overwhelmed with everything else going on, so it's definitely not my best work, but it's done, and it could have been worse. So we're gonna call that a day. Thanks so much for watching this video. I don't know, I've had a lot of fun making it. I don't know, I haven't really done any makeup or hair thing before, so this is kind of silly. And then I got to practice my presentation that I am giving in 20 minutes. So I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye.